Hey, good evening, travelers. It's Kevin O'Connor from How to Hear Travel. Hey, today is Tuesday. It's Tipsy Tuesday day. It's Thanksgiving week, and just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving as you're maybe out traveling yourself, going to see family and friends, and maybe just a getaway 4-day weekend traveling as well. But again, I just wanted to get online here. You've probably seen me over the last couple days. Michelle and I were in Key West, Florida, and it was great. We went down on Friday, came home yesterday, Monday afternoon, and we already miss it. It was just a fantastic place to be. It's our top destinations we like to go down and relax. We were working the business as well too. The other business we had is funinkeywest.com. You can find us there in addition to outheretravel.com. And we are a full service travel agency here, and we're doing some work in Key West this week. We're looking at some tours. We have some new tours coming up down there. So we're going to stay tuned, and I've got a ton of pictures, ton of videos. I got my work cut out. I'm going to be in the studio doing some new videos and pictures on there. But I think on Tipsy Tuesday, I just wanted to give you some highlights of what's going on this week. The first thing, just wanted to give you a couple insights on our travels. Number one, we went. We're in Fairmont, West Virginia, so we took a one-way trip from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, went down to Key West, Florida. We went on Allegiant. It's always a great airline. We enjoy Allegiant. So just an update on Pittsburgh. So last week they opened up the new terminal. Isn't that great? The new terminal. That thing is great operation. So just a heads up, if you're going out of Pittsburgh, if you're out in the extended area, you go out to the walkway. But the old terminal, remember to go downstairs and you take the train over to the outbound terminals. That's gone. They closed it. So if you're out in extended parking, heads up, they have a shuttle bus that comes around. There's 5 stops out there. They'll take the bus. Actually, it goes out and goes into the freeway exit, and then you go back into the new terminal. So you can't walk. Don't go to the old way we're used to. We're used to walk into the building. You get on the escalator and you go out to the old terminal, go downstairs. We went to TSA, went down to the old terminal, and took the old train across, the subway train, to the outbound terminal. It's no longer in use, so there's only one way to get there, and that's take the shuttle. So kind of look around. There's 5. Looks like there's 5. Could be 6, but I saw 5 little shuttle stations. So park around the shuttle station. I parked right there around where we went into the original building, the walkway, and I went past the hotel and then went into the terminal. But that was station number 3, Bridges was there. So just be on the outlook. You got to take the shuttle in. There's no way to walk there. They've got employees out there to give you directions, so you're not going to get lost, but just be prepared. They got the shuttle. We were there, and I think they said it comes around maybe every 15 minutes. We stood there for about 10 minutes, and the shuttle came by, and we jumped on. And we went out to the new terminal, which is pretty cool. So you just walk in there. You go out to TSA. The TSA line on Friday was 20 minutes, maybe not even that. We jumped on our plane and we went to Key West. So everything else is the same. The restaurants are the same. But just a heads up for Pittsburgh, there's a new way of doing it. And when you come in on arrivals, and I think people were kind of confused because they were gone for maybe 2 weeks and they weren't familiar with the new system. So you come out of departures, no, arrivals. They have the bus right there as you walk out. They'll have the shuttle buses out there. And they're regular, pretty good size. I think maybe had 25 people on there. And then you go out to your stops and get out to your cars. Now they do have a new short-term parking and a short-term. There's a parking garage, and that's walkable. So just when you come into Pittsburgh, just watch the signs. Short-term parking. It's going to be different, and they do have a parking garage. So if you don't want to fool around with the parking extended stay, you can go to the parking garage. You're just going to pay a higher fee, but you don't have to mess around with the shuttles. So that's Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. All right, guys. And Key West. And again, they have a brand new terminal since the last time we were there. That's less than probably 6 months, 8 months now. And it used to be fun in Key West. You get off the plane, you walk down the stairs, you walked around the tarmac, and there was like these little characters in the southern buoy, and we'd always try to take a picture of it, and then they'd yell at you, and then you go downstairs. Then you go out to, there was just a big group of people, departures and arrivals, and you kind of get outside on the sidewalk. That was just kind of the unique aspect of it. But, Key West is growing. I looked at the board the other day. There's 22 flights into Key West on yesterday. So that comes in now. It's like the traditional airport. So it's kind of nice. You come off and they bring out the walkway, the extractable walkway. You get off the plane, you come up to the first floor, and they got probably 4 restaurants now. And yes, people, when you get off the plane, God, there's a Starbucks there. I know it could be 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours without Starbucks, but it's there. You can get off the plane, get your Starbucks, and then you walk down the stairs, and you go downstairs to where the old the first floor arrival departure is. Then you walk outside, and you go get in the taxi lane, or they got the Lyft or the Uber. When you get out, it's probably 20 yards, 30 yards down the sidewalk. It's over in the corner. But all the taxis are there, right there. They're all lined up. So, going down to Old Town, it was an $18 fare. That's about typical. It really hasn't changed. They say the local close to is 10, but we're on the southern end, which is the closest, but it was $18. So, that's it. But it's beautiful inside. I tell you, when the TSA area, we got there an hour early, and Michelle and I just walked right on through TSA, and our flight was 11:30. We got there around 10 o'clock in the morning, and we walked right on. So we were there. So we were able to go to the adult beverage bar and had breakfast and got ready for our flight. Allegiant going out of Key West. So just a couple updates for Key West, for Pittsburgh. So I just wanted to give that update today. So tips. So Thursday, this is Thanksgiving week. So what do you remember back in the day? Thursday, you have dinner, and then you get the Thursday paper, the Thanksgiving paper. And what's the next day after Thanksgiving? Black Friday sales. So, and a lot of times it was always kind of fun. You had to get up early and go out and do the sales. Then they started the 12 o'clock hour. As soon as midnight hit, you can go hit the sales. So now with the internet, it's like a full adventure for the month of November. Black Friday sales. So I just wanted to give you some tips right now. It's almost like every cruise line, hotels, there's a lot of Black Friday sales going on right now. And I was just on a travel advisory training session today with Celebrity Cruise Lines. And this is probably one of their best sales that they're doing 75% off on the second, buy one, get one BOGO. Buy one, get one 75% off. The sale just started. It's coming up probably about December 7th. And then on various sailings, 3, 4, and 5 could be free. And if you already have a celebrity cruise line booked for 26, you may want to pay attention because they do have some specials for onshore excursions and tours and planning. I think it was 55% off that. So I'm after 5. It's Tasty Tuesday. I have a craft beer. So it's been fun. We're just trying to get that up. So again, take a look at it. If you're thinking about anything, if you're thinking about travel in 26, 27, take a look at these specials that are coming up. About everybody has them. I've got my mail list there. I've got Ama Waterways. I've got Royal, Princess. Kennard's got a big one going on. I did that a couple weeks ago talking about the specials where everybody has. So with that, just be on the lookout. It's up now. A lot of them are popping up. Some of them are popping up actually on Friday, day after Thanksgiving, going through. Some of them are through December 3rd. Some of them are 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. So you just kind of have to watch it that you have to do it. So again, just be on particular. They're posting the sales, and those are going to be, the lowest offering price. And some of those fares just got to be particular about it because the online, you go directly. Some of those are non-refundable, and you really don't get a choice. Some of them don't have choices of cabins. So there's a little bit of stipulations in it. So just put a plug in for travel advisors like ourselves. Some of the things we do, we have more perks than what you'll find online. We have some perks maybe we can get through group pricing. We have some incentives on our side. We're big sellers for a lot of the cruise agencies, so they give us some extra perks to push it, to get the sales for them. And we may have an onboard credit. Could be something a little extra special that we can get that you don't get when you go online. Sometimes we have like I say, group pricing. We have avenues to be able to, maybe it's non-refundable versus maybe it's refundable versus non-refundable. It could be, if you got a group, I can find selections to get people together. So that was kind of cool. I'll just give you a tip from last week. I did a pricing couple. I have 2 families going to Alaska. And I was able to, they were looking at, there was a BOGO special, but I was able to beat the price in group pricing that's not available online. So I was able to get a pricing thing. And one of the things, I had a family of 4, and the BOGO is only for double occupancy. So you have to watch that too. If there's 4, there may be a challenge on some of these versus just double occupancy pricing. Or most of them are for 4, but I had some group pricing, double occupancy, but I had parents with 18-year-old and a 13 and a 17 and a 14-year-old. And through group pricing, I was able to get 1, 2, 3. I was able to get 4 cabins, 3 of them together. There's a way to do it. And it actually came out cheaper. So that's just an added. I'm not saying that's guaranteed. I'm just saying there's some features when you deal with travel advisors and agents. We have access to group pricing and other features that you don't as the retail consumer customer, just calling the company directly. It's just the way it is. But again, that's what I want to stress. If you have access to travel advisors, you give them a call, get in the book, get in the thing. I'm preparing my newsletter going out here for various for us. So what I always say is go to out here travel.com. There's a link there. Sign up for our newsletter. Um, and then you can get on our newsletter to see it. Just put your email address on there. Also on our how we work is a three-step process. Number one is just to sign up. You want to have a consultation. Let's have a phone call um, that we can sit down, have a conversation, figure out what you want to do. What are you trying to do? You're in my database right now. We're booking for 26, 27. I was looking on Disney, just to give you a heads up, I was looking at Alaska cruising and those things are filling up. I was in July and I tell you what, they're filling up. So there we got probably 8 or 9 to choose from, but two of them I was looking at, especially if you want interior cabins, those things are filling up pretty quick. Again, we're booking 26, 27, so people in 24 were booking 26, on special rates. So you just got to get it in there, get it on our database. We'll have a conversation, figure out what you want to do. You want to go to Alaska, you want to go to Key West, you want to go to Orlando, you want to go to, Magic Kingdom, Ireland. Um, just let us have a conversation so we at least get you in there. We could track on what's going on, like these BOGO sales coming on. BOGO sales are coming up, and like right now it's Black Friday. So if you're in my database and my contact management system, I'm throwing out information out to you to get you and giving you incentives, saying, okay, now's the time. If you're serious, let's get cracking on this thing. Let's get you booked and get you going so you don't do anything. And also land tours, shore excursions. You want to kind of book those early, because I was talking to them, in July is a very busy period of time. So if you're going into Juneau, if you want to do a helicopter trip or you want to go out and try to catch fish, they're limited. So if you got 4 ships in there and you decide the night before, hell, I want to go catch some fish and try to get on a charter boat, that ain't probably going to happen. So maybe it would, but plan ahead. It's always good to plan ahead to at least get in there. Your specialty dining's another thing. Get in there, get your booked up, just so you're not worried at last minute and trying to get you into these things. But just plan ahead that you can do. Um, so again, Kevin O'Connor from Outta Here Travel. Tipsy Tuesday here. Just wanted to get things out. The big thing I wanted to stress was Black Friday sales. They're up, they're active. They're coming, they got the next week. If you have any interest at all, give me a shout. And we'll have a conversation, see what we can do for you. So just want to thank you very much. And, everybody have a great night. And again, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Enjoy this week. Enjoy your family. Enjoy some time off if you get time off, and just be thankful. We got a lot of blessings to be thankful for, and all of us. So just enjoy. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and take care.